Hey, hello, good afternoon. Today is the 2nd of February 2023, starting with vlog number 3 from No Reveries. Here it goes. Having thoughts about the mind, soul, and afterlife. Philosophical. I'm talking about that a lot in my vlogs. Sometimes you're lost without knowing about it. What is the inner core in a way? Having thoughts that pop up all the time. Where do the boundaries go to? Within yourself, hopping from thought to thought. Where does time go in this conquest? Sometimes like a samurai moving through life. Honesty and honor in the love of reincarnation cycles. In the end, you can put down your blade for eternity and universal love. We all move on from the past to the future, like a sunset in light of the seasons. The moon shines its light massively on top of these hills. The oceans move from high to low tides, swimming in the sea and getting on shore on the beach, moving inland to fly away eventually into the sky, through the stars in the Milky Ways, with your soul moving as energy to more beautiful places we can't see yet. First, we learn about the afterlife to learn reality sense all over again, also in feelings of time, the bigger picture in which you exist inside the realms of the afterlife, moving from life to life, on earth and beyond. More beautiful than you think, in thoughts, feelings, and spiritual evolution, moving in energy from life to life, the things you take with you, the things that make you, you. It will be more easily to shift between these natural resources of the soul, your own personality and character, one brick, one wall, one thought inside the box or many, one thought in eternity of the mind. Time, how do you perceive it? Can you work with these interactions of the mind? They show you the way of life via reincarnation. In the end, they are invisible again and disappear except for the structures. These structures can be found everywhere. How deep are you inside of it? Mirroring inside the boxes of thought. How do you see the inner core again when losing the game all the time? You need to get in peace again, letting go the interactions of fearful thoughts to be blown up as reality. A psychosis is really hard. In the end, you will win and come back and you come back on the surface again. That can take some time though. In the light of the afterlife, you'll be in touch again with your inner self, seen via reincarnation cycles of different lives, grabbing these diamonds and go higher in the spheres of light. On top of that, you can build new walls for a new reality. The storm calms down, the water is quiet, different views of existence of life inside of water. Does water have a soul, for instance? Invisible energies in between these substances. Also, our own soul moving to the afterlife. It is magnificent, the beauty of it all in all its glory. I'm sitting at home. It is a Saturday evening. I'm listening to some music like Beck and Gomez. I'm feeling okay, thinking about life mostly. Also trying to be zen, not getting lost in turmoil as I often had in the past. I don't miss going out, for instance. That also means I don't see many people. I don't mind that. But being delusional all the time, you don't see the calendar dividing time in your life. You lost it big time. Doing things you don't like, letting go of life. But what is life? You don't learn about that mostly, because you can't show yourself as who you really are in these weird mazes of interacting with the outside world. Letting go of inside boxes of thought. It is sometimes the surroundings of your environment. A day in the life. Sunday, the 29th of January, 2023. I took my sugar level, 8.5 points, so I won't eat sweet things at the moment. I normally don't do that, but mostly in the evening, my sugar level is so low that I take some fruit or something like that. Not this evening though. I moved on to Bush. I remembered an album called Deconstructed. They changed their music from Razorblade Suitcase into electronic music. Back then, I didn't like electronic music, but I do nowadays. Just turned it on. I surfed a bit on the internet. Nothing much. Just had 2 boiled eggs, some coffee with it. I might want to watch a series later on. Not yet though. I have the cat in my room. He does that daily for a while now, sleeping mostly under the electronic heater that is hanging on my wall above my bed. I'm lighting up a smoke, turning the coffee machine on. I'm pressing the button. Coffee streams down into my mug. Yes, always a pleasure. I am thinking about people and subjects. I can feel the tensions of these thoughts and feelings. There are different feelings of love, but sometimes on the sharp point of a blade, a warning sort of, on different parts of my body. Also, my hearing in different sorts of layers of love, interacting with people and different subjects. I understand these different sorts of outcomes, feelings and thoughts, inside boxes of thought. A different world out there, coexisting in different frames of the afterlife. Different feelings in layers, in between thoughts, in between the boxes to explain reality sense. Feelings, feelings move on. Always, that is. Reincarnation gives many new insights of life, learning that you had many lives before this one. If everything has happened before, within feelings and thoughts, boxes of thought, yet again, failure around the corner. Eventually, you will pick yourself up and grow massively in different lives, learning to be you in time, learning to be you in the love of God. Not once, but many times, you have encountered your inner feelings of life, normally inside turmoil and projecting that on everything that surrounds you, from the inside and out, moving through time. Seasons come and go. You have to be someone to understand what life is all about. Then again, you need to let go everything. Because of that, you will learn to see the bigger picture within yourself in the love of what God is, from the inside. Many times seen through an hourglass, an ending, only to learn about the other side, letting your feelings blend in with the sphere you're in, meeting new people, someone from this life, but also from past lives. They are there working day and night to help us on earth and in the afterlife. The afterlife is huge, many new places where we will go to. Energy is moving everywhere. Universal love will grow inside of you. This morning, I visited my therapist. We had a great conversation, as most of the time. I really enjoy the conversations I have with him about psychosis and schizophrenia, about the state I'm in. He always tells me my glass is half full instead of half empty, that I'm doing my utmost best to get out of the turmoil. Time that passed with tough sometimes. I've come a long way. We also talked about my vlogs, about the artspace I might get and other, like music, about Steve Reich and John Cage, piano marimba, face it is called. He let me listen to it, and I think it's pretty amazing. I gave him some books of mine a while ago. He didn't read them yet, but I'm positive he will in the future. He said I should take my time with the art space to see if it will work out well. Can I manage to do these things again? I'm not sure, but I would love to try it out, even if it's for 3 days a week. I can paint throughout the entire day, in the evening as well. That might be better for me, less people. Not sure if it is too much for me. I want to try it out. In matter of fact, tomorrow I will have an meeting about the art space, which I will attend. Other things we talked about was about being about being chronic psychotic for a long time without realizing it. That could have turned into a trauma for me. I was already psychotic when being young. When looking back, I have to admit I was. Maybe even in elementary school. In high school, I was for sure. Like I said in other vlogs, I didn't know about these things after learning about it in the last 18 years or so. That took some time actually. Strange, isn't it? When learning about reincarnation in the afterlife, I could let go a bit, but also that my parents let me stay home in a good environment. He told me I should have been hospitalized if they wouldn't have done that for me. That brings consequences with it. I'm lucky actually that they did that for me. I still can't do many things, but like I said, I'm trying to. Learning yourself all over again. Within life and the afterlife. That's why I'm talking about that in my vlogs all the time. We're all universal, and I hope people have benefits from my stories to get back on track more easily. That does me well to hear sometimes. The inner turmoil is massive when being lost. I'm positive it's all connected with the afterlife and past lives. That is the conclusion. When being a kid, I had massive nightmares all the time, from being a baby until in my early teenage years. Who are you from the inside? Your thoughts and feelings. What is the box that shows it to you? What is the deeper meaning behind it all? I had nightmares about labyrinths in time in which I got lost. That was really frightening. The deeper feelings of the afterlife, past lives and other. I know that now, but I didn't know that then. Learning about that big time. God and the afterlife is really amazing. Like I told many times before, don't do bad things. You have to make good for that. It was a tough time. It is as it is. I did make it, even though it was really harsh. Living in two worlds, on earth and the afterlife. You need to learn about that yourself. But we can help each other out with that. My inner compass is growing bigger all the time. I was right with many things. Many people don't know about these things. I was in connection with the afterlife all the time, learning new things all the time. Time? What is time? How deep do you go with that? Interesting it is. Psychosis is another world on its own. Fake and projecting these things on normal, everyday life. Another piece. I understand my psychosis better now, in contemplation with the afterlife, getting lost in time and turmoil to see that as reality. Well, no, it isn't. There is always a way out of it. Trying again, failing for a long time, trial and error. The inner you is massive, in psychosis towards reincarnation, blowing up your thoughts within the boxes of thought, but also the boxes of lives you had, from the darker spheres to the spheres of light. Can you manage? Learning about the afterlife. Small cages become bigger cages. You have to learn about them. You have to let them go eventually. So again, don't do bad things in life. It will come back in other lives. Also, God in the bigger picture. Don't get lost. Learn about it. The pawns of the universe and the afterlife will give you the rest you so badly want. The thunder and lightning from darker past lives appear in front of your eyes, blending in with the higher spheres of the afterlife. Universal love again. Small steps become bigger steps. Darkness will turn into light. We're all searching for them. Don't stay behind though. Change for a better future. Other people might not listen to you until it's too late. Even then, you're getting back on track again by following your own route, your own path, learning all over again. God is real. Don't get lost again. Don't fight in wars. It's a waste of time. The future is love. The future is God and reincarnation. Stand strong in your beliefs. Universal love is all there is. It's beautiful. People that shout out loud aren't always right. Their ego is bigger than their love to get in touch with the highest spheres of the afterlife. An empty street, a dead alley, the living dead, giving meaning to your life, from your parents to brothers and sisters, friends and many people. Love is all around, giving God a place within you. These are all the maps you need, the invisible maps for some not yet to be seen. Others already do though. The deeper thoughts and feelings, not everyone talks about it. They are interacting with these things without knowing about it, what it means, because they are so normal to cope with within yourself, the inner you again, mixing with the higher spheres of the afterlife, blending in, letting go of the darker past of your lives, generally growing higher, learning about it. God is real. Don't get it mixed up with psychosis. And then the last piece. I cycled to the building where the artspace would emerge. There weren't many people, but that didn't matter. We, three artists, got enough information about the art space we'll get. It was really interesting. The building will be demolished in the future. That can be 8 months, but it can also be 2 years. So it is at least for 8 months, which is good. We have to sign a contract for €100 for 20 square meters. When quitting, you have to let them know 1 month in advance. There will be electricity, heater and water. I got a nice spot in the corner of the building, next to some windows. I will get a good 2.5 meters of wall, so I can paint big time. Another participant will have her art space next to mine, a friendly elderly woman. We'll go to the rest of the information soon. We'll get the rest of the information soon via the email. When paying them, I can start right away. For me, that will be around the 23rd of February. Then I have enough cash and can start immediately around that date. I cycled back home again and we'll have dinner later on. Alright, that was it for this week. I hope you all have a great week, of course, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.